Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is the adventures of Batman and Robin for the Super Nintendo. Another Konami Batman game. And another Batman game in general. I have not touched anything that has combined Konami and Batman since Batman Returns, which was the first game I ever did for the channel, and eventually got redone / replayed about a year later. And this is 2 years after that game, and Konami still had the touch. They still knew what they were doing. They were able to make something that basically felt like you playing the TV show pretty well. And this is a side-scroller, as you can see. You beat people up. You'll be able to use gadgets like the batarang and the grappling hook. Robin will be there. It's a pretty fun game, but you have to remember, this game is made by Konami. So you know that the challenge is going to be there. I'm going to go to options real quick. Password is, well, the password, and we'll talk about that soon enough. We can switch between easy, normal, and hard. And you can tell from selecting your difficulty how many lives you're going to have, whether or not you'll have a password, how many continues you're going to have, and how many points you need to get an extra life. The harder it gets, the less lives you're going to have, the more you'll have to wait to get an extra life, the more points you're going to have to get an extra life. And if you're playing on hard, you gotta beat it all in one sitting. You will get a special ending that is relevant to your difficulty level. There is an ending for easy, an ending for normal, and an ending for hard. But you get the best ending if you beat it on hard. I may play this on hard one day. I'm going to play this on normal for now. And we got the controls. Left and right lets you move around. Y lets you attack or punch. B lets you jump. A lets you use your item. X lets you select your items that you've selected before entering the level, and the shoulder buttons L and R let you guard. There is also a sound test, and you can switch between stereo and mono. We're going to stick to stereo, we're going to stick to normal, and we're going to keep the controls at default. So let's press start to exit. And let's get on with the game! Amused to death. That text totally reminds me of Sonic 3, by the way. So, the story starts with Alfred picking up a suspicious-sounding broadcast, Alfred being Bruce Wayne / Batman's butler. Bruce Wayne says to put on the monitor. I cannot speak already, and it's not even 5 minutes. Turns out, the suspicious broadcast is from Harley Quinn, and wherever there's Harley Quinn, you know there's going to be the Joker. Obviously, the Joker has something up his sleeve. And in this case, he's got something cooking at the Gotham City amusement park. And it's well, why should I say probably? It definitely will not be good. We get our nice little look here at the amusement park in the background, while listening to music that pretty much fits the show, kind of matches the show's overall mood. And then Alfred warns us that this might be a trap. Bruce Wayne is already suited up as Batman. He knows that. But he still has to do what he has to do. And from here, you can select your equipment. And I will go through this pretty darn easily. The batarang and the grappling gun will always be equipped. You cannot unequip these. You will always have these no matter what. You will have throwing stars that you can throw at enemies. You have a spray gun that will let you stun enemies. The smoke bomb kind of helps you get away from enemies. And the plastic explosives, yeah, those are basically bombs that you can throw at enemies. More or less. You also have the gas mask, the x-ray goggles, and the flashlight. The flashlight lets you, well, see in dark areas. The gas mask keeps you from breathing in poisonous gases, and the x-ray goggles will help you in case the room goes dark or something and you desperately need to see something, or if you need to find something secret. All 7 of these items can be equipped and unequipped. However, you want to make sure that you don't carry anything that you know you're not going to need, because that could make things pretty hard when you need to get an item equipped just right then and there. We can bring just about anything we want, even though the gas mask, the goggles, and the flashlight are going to be useless. Like, we won't, it's not like, well, we can use them, but we're not going to be able to use them for anything specific in this level. And it's not like we need any of the stars, the spray guns, the smoke bombs, or the plastic explosives, but they're still pretty good to have regardless. We might as well take them along. And from here, we might as well go ahead and press start to exit. By the way, if you need to equip or unequip anything, you just move to it with the control pad. You can press A. There you go. And from here, we have our side-scrolling action. By the way, if you press start, you can see how many lives you have, because that's how you're going to see how many lives you have. And you can choose whether or not you want to return to the Batcave by using up and down on the control pad and pressing start. If you go back to the Batcave, you'll start the whole level over. You'll start it from the very beginning. If you do this on your last life, you'll get all your lives back. And if you do this on the last life of your last continue, your continues will also be refilled in addition to your lives. That's something to keep in mind. And I'm going to switch to the batarang with X, so in case I need to use it, I can. You can punch guys, you can crouch to kick guys. If you get close to guys, ow, you can throw them. And if you see any guys with guns, throw a batarang to knock the guns out of their hands. I was a little too late there, but that's pretty much how you're supposed to do it. It takes 2 crouching kicks or 2 standing punches to beat up an enemy, and that heart gave me a little bit of my health back. But you can kill them in one hit with the jump kick right then and there. And I didn't even need to use the batarang to stop him. I could just jump kick him just to take him down immediately. If they have these guys that I've been fighting the whole time, if they have green shirts, they just attack you with melee attacks, and I did not know that Batman did that if he stood around for long enough. Batman sure is a pretty patient guy, but if they have a red shirt, they're going to have a pistol or they're going to have a machine gun. Either get close to them and jump kick them before they shoot at you, or just throw a batarang at them just to take the weapon out of their hands. They'll be forced to fight with your fist then, or fight with their fists. Of course, you can fight them more easily with yours. And we finally meet Harley Quinn. We follow her into the funhouse. And here's an interesting thing you can do. This guy faces us. We can hold down and press B, or whatever the jump button is, to roll. Just keep crouch kicking the Joker robots until they are destroyed. And if you leap into a ledge like this, you can grab onto it. Press down to let go. Press up to pull yourself on up. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to the grappling hook. And you do want to be careful because there are some things here in this room, in this funhouse, that will move up or move down, and that could reveal some traps. By the way, move towards the wall, press B again. You'll do a wall jump. And if you keep pressing B, just keep moving the control pad towards the wall. Just keep alternating between both sides there with the control pad and keep pressing B, and you'll be able to do multiple wall jumps. And of course, you definitely want to grab onto that ledge and pull yourself up before you get crushed. I'm pretty sure that just does a little... I don't know if that accidentally or automatically kills you, but I'd rather not find out. And I'm using the grappling hook. If you grapple hook up to a ledge, you can automatically just grab onto the ledge. And I'm moving back here a little bit. Just a little bit. And I did move back just a little bit so I didn't get hit on the spikes on the way to the other side. Want to be careful here. And to get up here, we just hold up, press A again, like we always do with the grappling hook, because that's how you pull yourself up once you get the thing connected in the first place. And then you can hold the direction you want to go and press B to jump to where you need to get to. Now let's run to the right before we get crushed. And we're going to fight a toy soldier. Wait for this thing to poke you with the bayonet. Jump and walk up the bayonet. Jump, kick the head. Get away so that way the sparks don't hit you. Do not go for one hit only. Do not go for multiple hits. You will get hit. And I probably should have moved back there. But whatever. And this thing will go down after enough hits. And I did not expect to be back on the bayonet there. I know that's supposed to be a toy rifle, but... they don't really... this thing doesn't really shoot at you. It just pokes at you. And after enough hits, the head will explode. You'll beat the humongous toy soldier. And you'll finally meet the Joker. Mark Hamill did a fine Joker, by the way. And the show is pretty solid. I haven't heard much about it that's bad. And I need to watch it again because I haven't watched it in quite some time. I've watched it, but I never really got into it. And something tells me that if I do, I'll probably regret not getting into it sooner. Just my 2 cents. But here we are on the roller coaster. Joker gets away on one. And Harley Quinn runs away after she pulls the switch. And we get on one of our own. Definitely don't want to fall down. You will lose a life if that happens. And I don't need the grappling hook here, so I'm just going to switch to the Batarang. I'm going to stand here between the first and second cars. I'm going from left to right with the numbers of the cars here. And you want to punch out all the bombs. If you can avoid any, so be it. I should have ducked there. I didn't. And I should probably move back a little bit. There we go. We're still going to have bombs falling down on us. And we do want to duck down once we see the little wooden foundation of the roller coaster there, because if we hit those little white spheres with the stars on them, we will get knocked back, and it is possible to be knocked off the roller coaster that way. So don't do that. Always duck when you're on the loop-de-loops. And now it's time to knock all the bombs away. You want to stand on the right side of this now very narrow platform, and you just want to keep doing doing dashing, or rather jumping kicks, be wary of where you are, because it is still possible to accidentally fall off and lose a life. Always kind of micro-position yourself. And yeah, I could have nearly died there because I was at the front of the car. Don't do that. If you end up at the front of the car after that, move back, please. Always move back to the left. And now, we're going to get a little warning signal. And when this thing moves forward, you want to jump to the other car just in time. Otherwise, you're going to lose a life and you're going to have to do this whole section over. Now we're going to fight the Joker, and wow, my health is bad. I may be losing a life here. Anyway, you kind of want to follow him. And you always want to duck as you attack. Because besides the... Really, Watercress? You did this? Well, my health is full, so I can't exactly complain about this, to be honest. So, I guess I'll meet you back at the Joker battle. Maybe I'll do better next time. Okay, we're back. I got a lot more health now. Let's try not to get knocked off the car here by the little white spheres with the stars on them. Because that would really stink. And let's kick the bombs away. As a matter of fact, let's let Joker come to us. And yeah, you definitely want to duck down whenever you don't get a hit in and Joker manages to stand in front of you long enough, because he will either punch you or he will hit you with a sun spray, pretty much like the one that you have. And if he hits you with that, you definitely will be stunned for a few seconds, and that's no fun for anyone. Thankfully, once we're past that part with the white spheres with the stars on them, we really don't have to deal with them ever again. You just kind of have to follow him and just keep crash kicking him until he basically just laughs at you and then runs away. Because, aside from the 1989 movie, when has Batman ever really killed the Joker? I know I'm not really up on my Batman lore, but you can kind of get where I'm going with this. And once Joker runs away, we get 5,000 bonus points, we clear the stage, and we get a password. You have a 4x4 grid pattern, and the passwords will be different between easy and medium. Hard does not have passwords. You have to beat that whole difficulty in one sitting. And you have actually 4 symbols that you can choose from. You have the green triangles, the red squares, the blue circle, and no symbol at all. You can leave certain spaces blank if the password allows for it. Once you copy this down, you'll be able to press start and go on to the next stage. No green piece. I still think that text reminds me of, or that font rather reminds me of Sonic 3. Now that the Joker has been beaten for now, Batman is now heading for the forest in the park. Why is that, you ask? Well, it's not really to have fun if he's dressed as Batman. It's because there are a lot of trees there, and, well, nature just decided to have a mind of its own and attack people. Batman suspects, and probably knows at this point that it's Poison Ivy, and if the people find out, there could be a panic. So we have to stop her before everything comes out, so that way people can go to the park and do things in peace. Now, for this stage, you can't bring the stars and you can't bring the plastic explosives. Interestingly enough, you will still have the batarang and the grappling gun. And the reason we can't bring the stars and the plastic explosives is because we can't really hurt anybody. We kind of have to keep this on the down low so as not to cause a panic that goes citywide. You cannot punch people in this stage like you could in the last one. If you press Y, you will throw boomer or batarangs instead. You'll only be able to stun your enemies, though there is a way to kill them, and I will mention that when we play through this stage. All we really need to bring are the spray gun and the smoke bombs. We don't really need to bring anything else. We don't need to bring the gas mask. We don't need to bring the X-ray goggles. We don't need to bring the flashlight. So we can just go ahead and go press start, and we will start the stage. And here we are in stage 2. No green piece. But I'm going to leave that for the next video. Join me next time where we go through the second stage of the Adventures of Batman and Robin for Super NES. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!